This is my first attempt at making micarta, and I'm making it out of green military shirt that I got. I had a bunch of military shirts, and so cut them up, and I'm going to make some green micarta, and we're going to see how this thing all works. I got 10 ounces of Bondo fiberglass resin, 60 drops of the hardener rather than 120 because I don't want it to set up too quick. I'm going to mix this hardener in here with the resin, and I'm going to mix it real quick because I'm kind of a wimp, so I'm going to wear gloves. Okay, it's probably mixed pretty good. Okay, we'll take your brush this crap on here. Brush this side. Gotta soak it real good. Flip that over. And brush it. And maybe I'm gonna pour it. I don't know. This stuff seems kind of goopy here. I hope this comes out. Oh, it's a thin piece. Shit's already fucking hard. Well, looks like I'm gonna get one scale. One, not gonna get two. Just gotta get thrown. And then this goes on top of here. And the next time I do this, I'll definitely have better clamps. A better idea what the hell on the other. Stuff starting to ooze out the other side here. This is the micarta. This is the way it came out. I just cut it. Came out like this. I just came out in one big pack. It's nice. I just cut it down the middle, and I'm gonna lay this knife out on it. Cut it around here. I have a little piece of aluminum rod that I turned on a metal lathe, and I'm gonna turn that down to fit in the holes. And then I'm going to use the silver with this green micarta and then just shape it. But I'm going to leave all the teeth on the file on the back. I'm going to leave all that because I think that gives a nice little grippy feel to it. But this one I'm going to do different because I'm going to shape these before I put them on the handle and then glue it all together. And that way it'll... I'm gonna probably leave it around the edge of this thing too, so I hope it's gonna look pretty good. I'm just finishing turning down this little pin, and it's an aluminum rod that I'm gonna use as a pin for the handle of the file knife. And once again, you drill these and then put the pins in. So see, once you get all this the pins drilled on this side, then you put the other scale on the other side, and you just pull the pin out and drill this side. And then once you do that, you can take your pin, stick it back in, and it goes through the whole side. See? Now that holds it on nice and tight. And then you just pull this pin out. Now you drill this one and it all goes through, and that way your handle doesn't move. You know, your wood is, all the pins are drilled, you know, you don't have one drilled sideways or anything. I think that works out pretty good. Boy, that's a mess. We're gonna have to see how that works out. Well, I got the idea to mill this, the top of this, and that was kind of a stupid idea, I think, because it didn't exactly turn out the way I wanted. I ended up just frickin' knocking the ridges off the top of that file, and I really wanted to keep that. But I ended up knocking it off, which kind of pisses me off. But hopefully I'll make up for it when I finish the handle. We'll see. I'm not real happy with that, but I guess every knife's different, and that's why. Well, this is messy stuff. This is the knife. I've been working on that handle for about 20 minutes. I think it's starting to look pretty cool. Green micarta. It's going to come out pretty nice, but I think this stuff makes a mess, so you have to be very careful when you're grinding it, not to be breathing it in all the time. I'm going to try to finish that up, and then I'll pin it and glue it. This is it after sort of rough sanding it out and shaping it up the way I wanted it, or kind of the way I wanted it. I've glued it, put some aluminum pins in there. The handle's pretty light, but the thing's kind of heavy because it is a file. And once that's done, I'm going to shape up the rest of it and just sand it, hopefully smooth. That micarta has a little furry feel to it, but that's just the material coming through, I guess. But once I sand it off with real fine paper, it should be fine. This is the way that the micarta came out. I think it came out pretty nice. I sanded it with some rough paper, and then I also sanded it with 400. Seemed like it worked pretty well. That knife came out extremely sharp. I mean, that blade is incredible. But you know, my first work with micarta, I'm not done with this. You know, I might sand on this handle a little bit more just to get it all a little more even, but I wanted to take a video so I could move on here. And then I'll make some kind of a sheath for it. I'm not sure whether I should blue this or not. You know, I like the rough look and the old look and the, you know, something that looks old and used. I don't like that shiny, mirrory looking stuff. That's kind of worthless to me, but that's just me. I left all the filing up here. I messed this up. Had to knock that off because I messed up the file. Maybe I should have put those little edgies in there like people do. But I think that one came out pretty good. And I'm going to use this one. I want to make some sheaths for all these knives that I just made.